Hey guys, it's Kendra. Happy 2019. Today's video I want to talk about motivation for the new year, the goals that I'm setting for myself, and just kind of talk you through how I want to kind of just make my life feel more in order, I guess you could say. So I set a list of goals for myself for the year. I do this every year. I like to have 5 to 10 things that I just kind of want to focus on. Not that I'm going to remember them maybe 4 months later, but it's nice to kind of put you in the right mindset in the beginning of the year and just get some things going that you kind of just put them in routine so that they just become part of your daily life. Overall, I basically just want to get back to how I was before I got pregnant. What I mean by that is I was doing a good job at keeping our house clean and in order, being very productive, and just, I don't know, like physically and mentally, I was at a really good place. I felt like I was doing my workouts, I was, in good shape. I was just happy with how everything was going. Then I got pregnant and things kind of went on pause. For me, I'm just realizing that my first trimester is always going to be, I'm going to feel like I'm in a fog and I'm not myself, and that's fine. That's a lot of stuff is going on in my body, but now that I'm in my second trimester, I'm starting to see the fog. It's lifting. So now I'm gonna really try my best to get back to where I was and just kind of get back on track. So my first bullet point is to start my yoga every morning. So before I got pregnant, I was waking up around 5:30 every morning. The girls wake up around, if you guys don't follow me, if you guys are new to my channel, I have twin girls that are 2 years old. So they wake up around 6:30. So I like to wake up an hour before them so that I can get ahead of the day before they're up. Because once they're up, it's kind of like I'm taking care of them and I'm getting them breakfast and cleaning up after them and like doing all these things to where I've no time to really think clearly to myself until they go down for their nap. By waking up an hour earlier, it just gives me that clarity and I can do my yoga. I just go out in my pajamas, put my hair in a ponytail, and I turn on YouTube. I either do yoga with Adrienne, I search whatever yoga is on YouTube. I'll typically do like 20 to 30 minutes or so of yoga, and it is the best thing ever. I do it mainly for the mental clarity that it gives me, and it just puts me in a really good mindset for the rest of the day. But also your body gets really toned from yoga, so that's kind of like an added bonus. So that is what I do now. I just started it back up again, and I cannot tell you how much I missed it. It just really is like the best thing ever. And I go to bed super early because I'm still not feeling 100% at night. So I'm getting a ton of sleep as it is. So waking up a little bit earlier is totally fine, and I should be doing it anyways, so it's a good thing. So my next bullet point, kind of going along with that, is just getting my morning routine in order, setting my alarm every day, waking up around 5:30, 5:40, and doing my yoga, and then sitting down. I usually make my iced chai tea latte. It's so good. I just buy the Tazo concentrate, mix it with milk, and it's delicious because I still am not wanting coffee. So I drink that, I sit down at our breakfast nook, and I make my to-do list for the day. I figure out what I need to get done. If you guys are trying to be more productive in the morning, I would totally suggest trying to put your phone away. I like to put it on Do Not Disturb just because that's an easy way for people not to text you or anything, just so you're not distracted by anything. I know it's so easy to just get your phone out right when you wake up and start scrolling through Instagram and just seeing what's going on. But what that does is it starts putting thoughts in your mind of what other people are doing, and maybe, ooh, I should be doing this, or even like jealousy of other people, like, I wish I did this. It just puts different thoughts in your mind, and they're not always the best, and they're not always the most positive. So I feel like it's kind of risky doing that in the morning. So instead, when you just put your phone away for a little bit, you're allowed to come up with your own thoughts for the day, like your own things that you want to do without anybody else kind of ruining that, if that makes sense. Another thing that goes along with that is checking your emails. For me, like my whole job is based on the computer. So I am dealing with emails all day long, every single day. What I've just found to happen with emails too early in the day is that it makes you start doing things that other people need from you, which is fine, but I like to wait until I have that morning to myself, because the mornings are my time to do what I need to do, to have just clear thoughts and kind of put on paper like what I truly want to get done that day. So just write everything down in your planner, write everything down that you need to do, whether that is appointments you need to make, emails you need to get to soon, like later on in the day, just whatever it is that you find important to do, that you need to do. Like for me, it's usually I have to film this video, I have to edit this video, I have to send an email to these few people and call the doctor's office to make an appointment. Like that's a typical to-do list for me. So once I have that, then I'm fine to go in my emails and start tackling those. But I try not to do that before, just because once I'm in my inbox, it can really set you off and you're like lost in something else and you're busy into some other task, and then your to-do list has not been made, and then you're kind of like left hanging for the rest of the day. So if you guys are not morning people, just try it for like a week or two. Set your alarm. It's hard in the beginning, like you're not going to want to get up, but have something to look forward to. For me right now, it's my chai. I look forward to my chai and I look forward to my yoga. So I do my yoga, I get my drink, sit down and make your to-do list. Make it a routine, make it something very consistent that you do every morning so you don't have to think about it. Because if you wake up and you're like, well, what am I gonna do? You're just gonna lay in bed because there's no purpose for you to get out of bed. So you need to have something that you kind of force yourself to do that's just on autopilot so you don't have to think about it. Another way that I get myself to do my yoga is I just make it something that I'm doing no matter what. Like every single day, it's just, yes, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do my yoga, rather than thinking of it like I should probably do my yoga because that would be really good for me. Because if you give yourself the option, then sometimes if you wake up kind of groggy, you're not gonna wanna do it. Another thing that helps me as far as like working out and that stuff is, especially when I was running a lot, is I always try to talk myself into it because I know how good I'm gonna feel after. So say you don't wanna do yoga in the morning, that's just not your thing, but maybe you wanna go on a run and you wanna get cardio in, just remind yourself of how good you're gonna feel after. You're gonna probably be in a way better mood. You're gonna feel good about yourself because you've got a workout in. So physically, you're gonna feel better. Emotionally, you're gonna feel better. Just so many things. There's nothing bad about getting a workout in the morning. And also, you get it done, which is my main thing. Like once you have worked out in the morning, then you can wash your face, put on your makeup and get ready for the day and not have to think about it anymore. So that's kind of my little tip, is just think about the benefits you're gonna get after, how you're gonna feel after, and that kind of motivates me to get it going. My next bullet point on here is to take the girls and Kyla on a walk 3 times a week. I'm just saying this because I've definitely neglected Kyla. When I was going on runs a lot with the girls, I wasn't taking Kyla because she can't go that far on a run. And lately, I just haven't been going on walks because I've just been lazy lately. So I'm really trying to get back in the groove of going on walks. And I need to make it a point to go the same time every day. So whether that is maybe like an hour before I give the girls lunch, or when they wake up from their nap, like 30 minutes after they wake up from their nap, just get out and go do it. Because then it's more of a habit and a routine and just makes it easier and you kind of look forward to that. So I'm doing that kind of for all of us. For Kyla, because I know she needs to get out. For me, just because that's a good walk that I can get outside, get my blood flowing. And also for the girls, it's good to get them out. And it's so easy to just stay at home all day long with them. When you work from home and when you stay at home with your kids, it's like you're kind of in this bubble all the time. So just getting out of the house for like 20 minutes for a walk feels so amazing. And I don't know why it's so hard to do that all the time, but I just need to. The next thing is to basically maintain a clean house. And I wrote a lot of bullet points under here. If you guys didn't watch my video, I did a video on, I think it's on just like decluttering and tips to maintaining a clean home. I'll link that down below. Honestly, I need to go back and rewatch it because there's a lot of good tips in there that I was really doing a good job at keeping our house really nice and clean and clutter-free. Lately, our house has been so out of control, like messy all the time, just so cluttered, and I can blame it on the girls' birthday and Christmas, like getting new gifts, but it's more than that. So I'm trying to really declutter, get rid of stuff that we don't use. I got rid of like 3 bags of clothes the other day. I'm donating so many toys to the girls and just trying to kind of strip down our house to stuff that we actually use. Even in this room, I'm like looking at the bookshelf right in front of me. I'm trying to get rid of like decor things that I don't even really care about anymore. Just everything. Like I'm taking a second glance at everything I own. I went through my beauty closet and I gave a ton of stuff away to my friends because, again, like I don't want stuff to expire. I need to use stuff up. It's all like too much. So once I've decluttered a little bit more, then I can really start to clean, because if you guys have read the KonMari method, what is the book called? The Art of Tidying Up. I just saw that on Netflix. She has a show now. I'm so excited to watch it. I might watch it tonight, but that book is so good. But one of her tips is you have to declutter before you can have a clean house, because if your house isn't decluttered, then there's always going to be extra stuff everywhere. Everything needs to have a place and a purpose. So I need to take that advice to heart and actually live by it and just really like get back at it again. So clutter is the main thing. So I need to get rid of the clutter so that I can actually clean. The next thing is the 1 in, 1 out rule, and that is if I take something in, I have to get rid of something. So whether that be a piece of clothing, a new blanket, a new book, a new toy for the girls, whatever it is, if I get something new, I have to get rid of something else, like candles, like everything. My mentality for that is if there's nothing you're willing to get rid of, then you don't need to buy a new one. So sometimes I don't do exactly like if I get a new jacket, I have to get rid of a jacket. It can just be another piece of clothing. I also never buy new hangers. If I don't have enough hangers, that means I have too many clothes. I got to get rid of some stuff. So I'm always trying to kind of look through what I have, like look through my clothes and edit them down to things that I really love. If I don't love it, then it has to go because somebody else can get use out of it. And if I don't love it, then why am I going to want to wear it, you know? The next little bullet point under this is to put things back. This is where I'm doing a really bad job on putting things back to where they belong, because if you don't put things back to where they belong, that creates a humongous mess everywhere in your house. So things should all have a place where they live, and that's where they go. After you use them, you have to put it back where they belong. So what can happen with me is I use something and I leave it, and then I do that with a bunch of things, and by the end of the day, it's just madness. So I need to try to get back to where I put it away right away. So like with dishes, right when I use a plate, put it in the dishwasher right away, instead of just leaving it in the sink, because it's gonna create so much more buildup. Same with clothes. If I take off a jacket, hang it up rather than just leaving it on my ottoman, because it's so much more time effective to just put it away then than to wait, because then you have to like do this huge deep clean and nobody wants to do that, and it just takes up so much time. And my last little thing under keeping a clean house is to go to bed with a clean kitchen and living room. I feel like everybody has a room in their house that they have to have clean in order to feel like they can get anything done during the day. And I mentioned this on my Instagram, and everybody seemed to have a different room. So for me, it's the kitchen. If the kitchen's messy, then I feel messy. I feel like I can't do anything. So I have to clean the kitchen first. And that's where I start. Whenever I'm cleaning, I start with the kitchen. Once that's in order, then I can kind of move on. So I'm really trying to clean the kitchen before I put the girls to bed, because once I put the girls to bed, I'm checked out and I do not want to clean. So I'm really going to try it really hard to clean the kitchen before they go to bed. And then once they go to bed, pick up the toys in the living room, because it's kind of pointless to clean up all their toys while they're out there with us playing, because they just take them all out. It just is a waste of time sometimes. So once they go to bed, that's when Andrew and I kind of just tag team, and we just take all the toys that are on the ground and clean them up really quick. And then we can relax and sit on the couch and watch our shows. So that is my goal, to just go to bed with a clean kitchen, a clean living room, so that way I can wake up and I can do my yoga without having to step on a million toys when I'm out there. So those are my goals. Those are my goals for the new year. They're simple things to do, but things that just are gonna, I know, will make my life not easier necessarily, but I will feel better about everything. I am definitely the type of person who gets so much more done if my house is clean. If my house is messy, I feel so out of sorts and just like not myself, and I'm just not at my best. So keeping my house in order is definitely top of my list. But other than that, just kind of getting back in my normal routine and just getting back to my workouts and physically getting more, not that I'm like trying to get in awesome shape now that I'm pregnant, but I want to feel good about myself. And I don't want to, when you're not working out, you just don't feel that great about yourself. It's just kind of like how it is. So I just want to kind of feel like myself again and feel like mentally a little bit more clear. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I just love anything around personal growth and just feeling more motivated and getting more done during the day. That just brings me a lot of satisfaction. So if you guys are like me, let me know down below. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you guys have a great start to your new year. I love the beginning of the year. It's just a fresh start. It just feels really, really nice. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.